TikTok. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another Tuesday night bull ring with me. Got a pretty good panel here lined up. A few more invites out there, and we'll see what happens. If anybody shows up or not. If they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. I don't care. You know, we got our panel now. So, on the line, and I'm going to start with Daniel. Would you like to do an intro and promote your channel, man?
Well, hi, I'm Daniel, and my channel, I'm like a shotgun. I'll just kid all over the place. Homesteading, guns, prepping, and now I'm starting to stick up deer pictures up on the videos too.
All right, cool. Excuse me. The Crazy Scotsman. Would you like to do an intro?
I appreciate you having me on as always, TR. It's always a pleasure talking with you great people and the guys in the chat room. It's always good. Got a lot coming up this week. Thursday, I'm hoping to do the first giveaway for CMAX and announce the plan going forward for the rest of it.
Oh, man, that's awesome. That is very cool. And I do want to give you props because you definitely have made a difference, and the amount of money being donated to CMAX has definitely had an impact on your giveaway. There's no denying it, and I applaud you, and I'm glad to be a part of it. Anyway, what the fuck, SoCal?
At least somebody got it right, you know? I came up with that channel name after doing YouTube videos on my original SoCal Preppers channel for like 3 years, and I was just washed myself away from the prepper community because it came to be so ridiculous and so just over, you know, with the real day preppers and the real lives of preppers and all the A&E programs and everything. But thanks for having me on and getting it right. And everybody go watch the Scotsman's videos, go donate some more money. And I guess we're gonna learn more about that soon, hopefully. But anyway, I'm just babbling here. Yeah, thanks for having me on. I'll try to be more entertaining in the future.
You're fine. I mean, it's been a great honor to meet you and hang around with you, man. I had no doubt. All right, we got this other asshole from North Carolina just popped in. Let me go ahead and let him do his intro.
Hey, everybody. 40 cal rocks. Don't make me get the helmet and change the shirt real quick.
Just do me a favor and don't try to switch up the press while we're on tonight.
And shut your hole.
Yeah, that was brutal.
It was good, man.
I hope everybody's doing well out there.
Yep. Glad you could join us, Rick.
As lame as it is, let me just say something just by the by. If I vanish periodically throughout the chat, see, you guys are all lucky. You're on the right side of the coast where life happens. I'm on the wrong side, and we haven't had dinner yet, and it's pretty typical of the chats that I go on and I just vanish for no reason. I'm actually making dinner because dogs got to eat. So if I disappear for a couple minutes here and there and then return with food and start feeding myself, yeah, now you'll know why. Take it away.
Hey, that's pretty shitty, you calling your damn family dogs, man. Come on.
I was referring to myself.
Who's this guy over here on the end over here?
Say your full name, dude, and make sure and comment out there on the side, Daniel, because I know most people that watching this chat, you probably commented on their channel before.
Okay.
Do that.
All right. Daniel, channel's God is my judge. And Rick, I put an order in for 1,000 rounds at 9 mil. I had to go out and buy 225 rounds myself today. What's up?
I saw your text. I'm not doing 9mm. That's just one of those rounds that It's like shooting a BB gun. I don't like shooting BB guns. I like shooting firearms.
Well, I just didn't think he needed any of those 9s anymore. So I was going to give him a free good home.
No, I got a eater that eats 9s like a freaking demon now. And so do you, my friend.
Yeah. And I know what kind of VR I'm sending out to Coda Boy.
You should yell at him just because you can and you should, and why not? And he called me earlier. I was on the phone with another buddy, and I had to, I'll call him later. But yeah, give him hell.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't want to give up the idea of my VR before it's out.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I've tried and tried, but I just can't. I've had no effect whatsoever. Rick just wants to mess around with that little transgender round, the 40 Smith & Wesson. You know what? Go ahead, dude. If that's what you want to do. You got a round. It don't know if it wants to be a 9mm. It don't know if it wants to be a 45, and it just somehow plays around in the middle. That's all I know.
So he can cheat in his silly little competitions.
Yeah. It's a bisexual round is what it is.
If you're gonna go 40, just go frickin' 10mm. Quit pussyfooting around.
Touche.
Just watch the video. I got a neighbor that loves the 9mm round. He kind of reminds me of you, Crazy Scotsman. I'm thinking you've seen it already, though.
Hey, man, nothing wrong with 9.
No, it's a good round. It's a good round. I like it. Man. And it's so heavy. The 40. All right. Enough of me already.
To be honest with you, I'm going to get serious for a minute. To be honest with you, I think the 40 is a little too powerful for the 9mm frame. I'm not saying they're not accurate guns out there in 40, but they are inherently not accurate. And I think it's just that it's a little bit too much power. I mean, they pushed the envelope by putting a 40 in a 9mm frame. I mean, that's how it got invented to start with, was the 10mm and a 45 frame that they had, cut down on the power of it. And Smith & Wesson come up with, hey, we'll just come up with a Smith & Wesson round, make it less powerful, but yet a little enough that we can put it in a 9mm frame. And they've just been in. I don't know. I hadn't shot enough of them to tell you, but I'm just saying, for the most part, they're accurate enough for self-defense. Don't get me wrong. They may be accurate enough for competition, but they're inherently inaccurate because I think it's too much round for the frame. Now, your STI might be different because that's a 45 frame, a 1911 frame. What do you think?
Well, I would say maybe when they first were developed. This was years ago in the 90s. And I would say also that I think over time, with the material and them designing it for 40, because like a holster, you could put if we talk Glocks, you could put a Glock 17 holster in a 22 for the most part. You can't really put it in a 45, or the other way around, a 45 in that holster, because it is a little beefier. But I don't know. I mean, I've had mine for years, and I've never worried about them blowing up or anything. And like Big Johnson said, Rick loads, or 40 loads equals a 9mm. For my competition stuff, I do that. I lighten them up. But for stuff that I need to run on every gun that I have that's a 40, not meaning I only have 40, but I make sure that the power factors are, basically there's enough grains in there that it'll cycle in all the guns.
Well, I'm not saying the 40 will blow up a 9mm frame gun. I'm just saying that they, and I don't know. I mean, I'm basing this a lot on old information. they were just really, really bad about stringing shots up and down as far as accuracy. Maybe they fixed that. I don't know. But like with a Glock or whatever else, HK, whatever, they're just really bad about stringing shots up and down.
See, I don't think accuracy at all. I don't think accuracy at all dictates caliber. It's it's barrel, it's the shooter. I mean, the tightness of the gun. There's a ton of different things, but I don't think any of it has to deal with the caliber.
Well, like I said, they may have corrected it. You know, they may have figured it out. But in the beginning, I don't care. When 40 Smith & Wesson was developed and introduced, that son of a bitch couldn't. I mean, it was accurate enough, but they were inherently stringing shots up and down. I don't care. It could be in a ransom rest, in a vise, and it was stringing shots, you know, be like a 5-inch group up and down. Maybe they fixed that.
Maybe that's why I shoot so bad.
I'm not shitting you, man, dude. I'm telling you, I was around. Well, you were too, but I was reading magazines and articles when it was developed, when it was fucking invented, and they were inherently inaccurate compared to 9mm and 45. I'm not saying you couldn't hit your target.
Yeah,
it just might be 2 inches high, 2 inches low. You know what I'm saying?
It's still true today. It's still true today for sure. They have generally more muzzle flip than a 45, and so it's automatically harder for you to get back on target. So automatically, if you do a follow-up shot right after, you know, you're depending on how good you are and how much you train, you could theoretically be off by quite a bit.
Yeah, I'll agree with the muzzle flip, the muzzle rise. You know, and it does take more practice probably to shoot a 40 than a 9, or even a 45. But
I'd be happy if I was holding a pattern like that there where it's just rising a few inches. I'm putting everything on like a notebook pad at 15 yards, you know, just all over.
With the 40 or all of them?
I don't own a 40. We only allowed man guns here, the 9mm, and I know I've got to learn. I'm a long gun guy.
Yeah,
I just haven't shot pistols that much.
I'm just surprised you didn't get all your night vision and all your other stuff before your CZ. One step forward, 2 steps back.
Yeah, true.
That's not a
Now
step
he's got to
back.
get reloaded to feed the CZ.
They're hungry. I like them.
Well, those 9mm, I seen them for $8.99 for 50 rounds today, so I bought some boxes.
Well, here's a good thing. I was just doing some research. So I bought a bunch of Hornady, you know, and I got different ones. I got 68 grain boat-tailed hollow points, and I got 75 grain. And I went on the thing to do calculations for cost, and it was 31 cents compared to, it was the lowest, not the lowest I saw, but we're talking good match grade ammo, 81 cents to $1.38 a round. So, you know, making something 31 cents compared to $1 something or 81 something, and even it's going to be better than what you can buy for the long stuff, Daniel. For the rifle.
I have a single stage. I do all my rifle stuff on.
Perfect. You save money, you get CZ. Bam, boom.
I came in on the ass end of this conversation, but for those who are kind of looking for a super easy way to calculate what it costs to make one cartridge, one round of ammunition, Dylan on their website has a pretty easy to use calculator where you just plug in how much the powder cost you, how much the bullets cost you, how much the primers cost you, how much the case cost you, and it spits out a number.
And you need grains of powder. That's where I was today.
Well, I mean, like for the powder, you know, how much did you pay for a pound? How much did you pay for 4 pounds? It kind of does all the multiplication, division, and subtraction for you. So you just kind of say, I bought a pound of powder for $30 and 1,000 bullets for you know, whatever, $75 and 4,000 primers for $160, and it does all the division and multiplication for you, and then it just spits out the number, like what it costs for one cartridge to be done. Kind of cool.
It is cool. But you do got to put how much you're charging your rounds with, powder-wise.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's neat.
I just tripped over it today. I'm doing this video series on how to set up a Dillon 650 after your friggin' fantastic performance last night, and I noticed that when I bought my 650, I didn't buy it to do any reloading on. I built it, or rather bought it specifically to cut down 223 into 300 blackout, so it doesn't have the that fail-safe rod that runs between the powder hopper and kind of like right out in front of where the primers get seated. So I had to order one. And I was just kind of cruising around the site thinking, hey, what else do I need? And I came across this calculator, and it's like, this is easy. I made one a long time ago with an Excel spreadsheet and a bunch of macros, and it was kind of a pain in the ass, and I lost the file. I have no idea where it is now, but it basically does all the same thing. So it's pretty cool. If you go on Dillon's website, right at the very bottom of the page, I think there's a link for support or something like that. Or if you just type in the search tool, reload calculator, I think it'll probably pop up as well.
It will.
Well, I know, and this is pretty much the same thing for 45, and that's a lead bullet. And I have got into powder coating, and that it don't even add a penny to a round, but at 7 cents a round, I can load 9mm or 45 pretty much for 7 cents a round.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Now that's scavenging, begging, borrowing. I mean, coming up with lead nowadays is a lot different than it was 20 years ago. But a buddy of mine still works in the car industry. He's an auto mechanic, and he's still scavenging around and finding lead for us pretty much for free. And that's the only reason. You can't count your labor. I'm just counting cost of components, and I can do it for 7, 8 cents a round. So.
Okay, so this is how cool Les is, you know, Papa's Place Les. Back in the good old days, when I did have that Excel spreadsheet, I sent it to him, and the old dog freaking just out of thin air sent me a friggin' text back with the file that I sent him like 5 years ago.
Damn.
So I'm trying to think of an easy way to, can you like put files in the chat, TR? You're all pointing at stuff.
Yeah.
Speak.
Yeah, I was muted myself. Put it in the internal, and I can share it on the external.
Okay, cool.
If it's something you want to share.
Sharing is caring.
Make sure it's not your video footage of
last time you were here when I was never mind. I won't go into that.
Hey now.
I won't tell if you don't.
You said you didn't hit the record button.
I say a lot of things. Where in the hell is it?
Hey, fucking IT guys, you'd think they'd know this computer shit by now.
Yeah, it's like typical end user. This is what I did. I clicked, yeah, download, and I wasn't even looking where it was headed. It's just like
as long as it doesn't take as long as it took Rick to set up his machine last night, we'll be in good shape.
I just seen the video. I didn't watch it, but I seen it was like 1.5 hours long, and I'm like, Jesus Christ! I don't have enough time to watch this right now, but I may check it out later.
No, don't waste your time.
I was gonna say, save yourself the agony.
It was brutal.
All it was the crazy Scotsman combing his beard the whole time. Anyway, so.
Hey man, it takes a lot to put us in good shape.
He had it gelled up though that night, and it was like pulling it out, and he got things down here, little horns and shit. It was cool.
It was pretty fly looking.
He was trying to comb it over though, get a little hair up on his forehead area up there. It wasn't long enough. He's waiting for it to grow out.
Give it time, man. Give it time.
All right, so it's not letting me put it up there. You cannot drop files into the chat, just so you know.
No, but you can do this. Watch.
That's why I said you got to put in an internal where we're having our little internal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It won't let me.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, I tell you what, type something in the external, and I'll make you a moderator, and you can put in there whatever the fuck you want.
I don't think it'll let me put an Excel spreadsheet file into the chat. So I'll try to think of a different way to go about it.
Yeah, I'll show you.
Type something in the external anyway, so I can make you a moderator.
All right.
Here, just go to that fucking thing right there. It'll tell you everything you need to know. That's the Dillon Precision calculator.
Mine's better.
See, Rick's got a link. There you go. What the fuck?
You told me to type something. I didn't have to spell it right, did I?
Joel's going, wow, what? That's spelled right.
I'm not sure. I think you was insulting me, but I'm not sure.
That's an IT guy's spelling.
Yeah, that's how I spell. Is
He's
your
actually
computer turned on,
typing
or you're
code.
just retarded?
If you touch that link right there, it's gonna delete your computer. Yeah.
Now, what you'll have to do, SoCal, is you'll have to the external, the other page, refresh it, and then it'll show your wrench. And now I've empowered you with being a moderator on the TRprepper chat. No matter what chat it is, from now on, if you don't even have to be on the panel, you are a moderator. You can kick people off. You can fucking block them. You can. I have gave you the power.
You got the power. Don't flex again. Don't embarrass yourself like that. Trust me, I don't flex.
I was on mute. I'm like, yeah, look at these guns. It's like two chopsticks being held up.
I speak lightly and carry a big CZ.
Yeah, exactly. I carry.
Why don't you show us that thing?
Well, I would, except my wife's asleep with it right now.
Oh, well, don't wake her up.
No. I got it in my get home bag, and it's beside the bed.
Is it the tactical or what is it?
Yeah.
The 75?
It's a 75 SP01 tactical. It's got the rail on the front.
That's right. That's the one I got.
You can't say you got a
Yours
big
is cooler though.
Unfortunately, I'm taking this back to my buddy tomorrow, but that's a cool fucking CZ right there. I can't say I could shoot it for shit, but it's a lot of fun to play with. And when he gets a brace, Tool Monkey out there, this gun is going to be a shitload of fun.
Tool Monkey's got to do two things to that thing to make it badass. He's got to put the brace on it. You got to have the brace. And then you get rid of that shitty iron sights and throw on a red dot. And that thing is fucking like a SBR and a kick-ass freaking gun right there.
I thought you were going to say make it 40 cal. Then we'd all have to laugh.
Yeah.
40 cal sucks. I don't even own a 40 cal.
He's got some 30 round mags coming in and the arm brace for sure. And because I to be honest, and I said it in my videos, I'm like, I don't know how to hold it. You know, it's like I hold it closed to I hold it. I don't know how to hold it. But put a brace on that bitch, I'm going to shoulder this son of a bitch, and I'm going to let her eat.
Hell yeah.
So I know all you guys are all like the red dot. So what's wrong with the EOTech? I mean, have you had any experience with that?
From what I hear, now this is just from what I've heard. I don't have one. I've never shot with one. I can't tell you if this is correct or not. With a lot of heat, if you shoot it a lot and you build up a lot of heat, the zero goes off. That's just what I've heard.
Yeah. I sent 5 of them back, just honestly, because the only reason I sent them back, it was like a cool refresh button that I kind of got given by EOTech. they got sued by the military because what TR said, it's not so much from the barrel, it's just from sitting in the sun, literally. Anything over, like, I think it was like 117 degrees, the hologram will start to float in any one direction because something in there changes shape or whatever, and it throws it off as much as, I think it was like 20 MOA, which is pretty damn substantial. So they had this buyback program where literally if you could tell them where you bought it and what you paid for it, they'd send you a check for outright. No questions asked.
That.
So I sent all 5 of them back and bought a pile of aim points.
Razor JB saying the newer ones are fine.
Yeah, supposedly they fixed that about almost a year ago now.
Yeah.
But I think the cool thing when they first came out was it was more of a 2 eyes open, more peripheral vision on your weak, your eye that you're not using as your sight.
Well, I was looking at that because they do have that night vision system that goes right with it.
Yeah, but a lot of the red dots too as well.
Yeah.
Actually, the one I have is aim point. Shit. The hell is it? TR. It's down in the basement. I don't know what it is.
I'm not in your fucking basement. I'm right here.
TR slept in the basement one time. All right, buddy?
Yes, I did.
Was Tool Monkey there with him?
No.
That's a whole nother story.
was Blue there with him?
Yes, fat man. American.
No, Blue's wife wouldn't let him come and play.
Oh.
Look at this. I got oh, never mind. I thought I had a 2016 version, but it's 2017. Not bad.
I thought you were going to say you had gunpowder in there.
No.
No, I'm the gunpowder guy.
Yeah, all the gunpowder got burned up in the fire. There's no more left.
Next time will be a couple pounds.
Oh, man, we're dropped off.
You can bring as much gunpowder as you want. Just leave the flare guns at home, kids.
That's right.
Please. Or at least if you're going to shoot it straight up, not at a 45-degree angle. I mean, I'm not in the worst shape in the world, but I don't enjoy running half a mile to put a fire out. So,
and you lost your buzz the whole time.
Yeah, I lost my buzz too. I had to start all over.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah, no flare guns. What did we end up naming him? Captain Flare Gun or some shit?
Yeah, Captain Flare Gun. I coined that. It was his brother-in-law.
What's his name?
Yeah, exactly. What's his name? the brother-in-law.
Isn't it Gary or?
I thought it was Brad.
Wait,
Brad the Pyro. That's what we started calling him. Brad the Pyromaniac. Because he started, that was like the second fire he started. Brad the Pyro.
The second fire that we know of.
That we know of, anyway. That I was involved in on trying to put out.
Yeah, you're right, because it says B-Rad on the Farmageddon deal. Crazy son of a bitch. Yeah, things made for the ocean are not made for the woods.
Exactly. Yeah, a normal fire would go out before it hit the ground. Now that son of a bitch is meant to be burning and burning and burning forever. And it did.
It did. Especially when you shoot it at a 45-degree angle, bouncing off trees.
Yeah. And chest high fucking dried out weeds.
You got Daniel, they got some information for you on the ACOGs and the ACSS reticle.
Okay, I actually accidentally just jumped myself out of this. And I've got to bring the other screen back on, but I snuck in the room there. I got the thing.
Now, is that Cerakote? Which one was that?
It's the Cerakoted with brown. There we go.
Look how pretty that thing is.
Oh yeah.
That looks nice. That looks
I
real
cannot,
nice.
I cannot believe how easy these things are to take down, clean, and put back together. I don't have to put bobby pins and everything else in the guide rods.
Welcome to the virus, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man. Welcome to the family.
Welcome to the virus.
Now you got to infect someone else.
Exactly. That's how it works.
That took 10 minutes. My son got home when I was outside shooting it. He shot it. He's got a Kimber 45 for his carry. He's selling it. He wants to buy one of these now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good job, buddy. Good job.
If you were a good dad, you wouldn't let him sell his Kimber. Just make sure he just gets a CZ. That's all.
I know. Those Kimbers are nice.
Yeah.
Let
I'm
him
a
sell the
Kimber
Kimber, dude. No one needs a Kimber.
Yeah, it's like having a 40 cal. You don't need it.
I love my 1911s. I can't let go of my 1911s, but as far as a 9, I love a CZ. I've wanted one of these for my entire adult life, and I pissed at myself that I didn't get one earlier.
So are we, TR. Old fat man, he loves his 92 FS.
Yeah. First time I met Fat Man in person, he come rolling up and blah blah blah. Next thing I mean, he's changed carry guns, but he whipped out a damn Beretta 92. That was his concealed carry. I was like, holy shit! When you carry a gun, motherfucker, you carry a gun, don't you?
He don't fuck around. And he loves that thing. I just do not like the barrel, the way it sits up on top like that.
On a CZ?
No, on the 92.
Oh, okay.
No, I like the CZ.
92s are good until you start breaking them apart to clean them. When you have to do a full cleaning, you have to break apart the slide, start taking all the little pins and everything out. Just make sure you watch and very, very careful with them because they will fly across the room and you will be hunting for them.
Or you will be ordering new ones. TR, we got to know, did you ever get those fucking gun together?
No. Hey,
Have you-
man, I got
TR
some
goes out and buys a brand new CZ, decides to powder coat it, loses some springs that are probably in his carpet somewhere, ordered some, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's still trying to figure out how to put that shit together.
I just hadn't fooled with it. I do need to put it together, but I can tell you now, don't fully disassemble a CZ75. It's a pain in the ass. I just hadn't put the effort in to put it together. I mean, fuck, I got like 20, 30 fucking guns. It's just like, okay, I'll get to that later. It's going to be a cool looking gun whenever I get it back together. It's riding around in my truck right now. Actually, it's just like one day I'm going to get time and I'm going to put this damn thing back together.
Wasn't there a part still at work?
No, I got it all together now. I got all the parts I need. I had to order some, and by the time I got here, I found the parts I lost. You know how the story goes. It's just like, okay, I got to do it. Here it is. It's in the bag. All the parts. I just hadn't got around to it.
So you got Scotty M wants a Glock 32 and 357 right there. If you get the 40, you could get the conversion barrel and have 2 rounds.
Or you get a SIG and just, yeah, it's a SIG.
There you go. Tell you what, that 357 SIG is the only rounds I've ever shot with a 357 SIG were from Georgia Arms, and they were reloaded ammunition. Anybody that's ever went to Georgia Arms, you know, the canned heat, you know, military cans that they sell ammo in bulk. My God, that is a hard hitting. That is a hot freaking round. That is some serious business right there.
And that's what's cool about those over like the 40 and the 45 is when you're shooting steel and you're racing, you'll get a faster response on far steel, so you can move on to the next target faster. Which is crazy.
Yeah, that 357 SIG, that's a serious round. I mean, their intention was to make basically a 9mm as powerful as a 357 Magnum, and they're right on the cusp of it. They pretty much did it. I'm not saying a 357 can be loaded hotter than what that is, but it's right on the cusp or entry level of a 357 Magnum. That is a hot ass round.
That's something I don't have, and then I don't know why, but you're piquing my interest. Keep talking.
Well, back in the day, back years ago, before there was the internet and blah blah blah, and high capacity guns were not popular. If you go back and look at all the FBI stats, the 357 Magnum had the number one shot stop ratio, period. I mean, over 44 Magnum, 45 ACP, everything. The 357 had the very highest, I mean, by a long shot. It was like 94, 95%. You shot somebody with 357 Magnum, 94% of the time, 95% of the time, they would stop dead in their tracks. And that's what they did with the 357 SIG, was trying to recreate those ballistics and, you know, put it in a semi-auto.
Now, is it a neck down 40 or a neck down 9?
Neck down 40.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's why it fits in a 9mm frame. Well, I mean, no, it's not. Yeah, 40. It's a 40. It's a bottleneck cartridge. It would probably be a fucking bear to reload, because it's the same thing as 223 or 308. Then you're going to have to trim it. You're going to have to blah, 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 all that horse shit. But as far as a effective round in a semi-auto, it's probably a very viable option. It's just the ammo is going to cost you out the ass if you're not reloading. And even if you're reloading, it's probably going to cost you out the ass compared to a 9mm 40 or 45.
Yeah,
What
that's
size?
a lot of work too.
What grain bullets does it use? I mean, is it same as pretty much 357 Magnum, or?
I think they marketed it around the 124 grain, where it would match a 125 grain 357.
Right.
Because that was the most effective 357 round, was a 125 grain bullet traveling at 1,400 feet per second. Just a fucking man stopper.
It's a man stopper.
Well, Rick, if you want to go for a bigger bullet, why don't you just go get the 44 Super Red Hawk by Ruger?
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to switch to air rifles, just so you guys will leave me alone.
Oh, that'll help. We won't harass you at all after that.
Stop it, guys. Yeah, so okay. 357 SIG. They're looking at 90 grain up to 147.
All right. My girlfriend's out there, so everybody say hello to Sonia.
Hi, Sonia. Did you hear what she said, though? What'd she say? That's what she says, TR or some shit?
I know.
That's fucking hilarious.
Women always want a little bit bigger caliber. That's why I make fun of you with your 40. It's like, go ahead and go 45, because I mean, you might be satisfied with your little 40, but she might want a 45.
Let me see. Here we go. Here's a real round. Yeah, that looks like a bitch to reload.
What do you got?
It's no different than on a rifle.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's just like a rifle. I mean, I've never case trimmed a pistol cartridge, but almost all rifle cartridges you have to.
But shoot me if I ever do.
And I've said this before, and I'm not like a huge reloader for precision rifle. You know, making sure all the geometry is absolutely book spec. But you know, those cartridges are probably good for a couple of uses before it's really mandatory before you set them or cut them rather.
That's probably true. But there you go. There's a man cartridge, Rick. 45 long Colt. You're a reloader. You can load that son bitch up hotter than a 44 Magnum. I'm telling you. I've bruised my hand shooting one of these damn things.
I'm just going to get a 460 pistol, a Weatherby Magnum pistol. Then you guys won't have shit to say.
There you go. Some gun porn.
She's a beaut.
I felt a wind off of that. That was cool. I can't pull the trigger or anything on it because it's fucking loaded. But
Yeah, that's probably a good call.
That'll get you some views there, TR.
Yeah, I've already shot myself on camera one time.
That's true. How'd your video do? Are you up into the millions of views yet?
Nah, it's about 1,000. It's over 1,000.
You should have shot yourself better than that then.
I know it. I didn't do a good enough job.
Try harder.
Yeah. I gotta shoot myself in the cheek or something. Anyway, there you
Oh,
go.
hell no. Don't do that.
There we go. Jacket of a 223 that lived in my arm for a month. Yep. Oh, there we go. It finally focused. Oop.
Hey, Daniel, move over to your right a little bit. Your head's cut off. No, you're right.
Move the computer to your left.
Yeah, move the camera to your left.
Yeah, I need to get this silver plated or gold plated or something. Make a necklace out of it. If I wore jewelry, I don't wear jewelry. So
pull one of your teeth out and have him make it into a tooth.
Just one? He can just take the whole top row out of it, can he?
Yeah.
You only need one good tooth anyways.
Hell, I don't have any good teeth. I got fucking dentures. There you go. There is a fact. I bet y'all didn't know.
I was wondering how they're so pretty. And you're smoking.
That's this deal. Hockey right here.
Yeah, hell, it's a long story, but I ain't gonna go through it anyway.
That's
It is what it is.
I had my front teeth knocked out with a lacrosse stick. Right, like the week after I got my braces off. It was fucking really, really awesome.
I still had my braces in when the girl kicked my teeth in.
At least they stayed in, right?
I had to pop two of them front forward again. They were all the way bent back, braces and all.
Did you marry her?
No.
Oh, okay.
I was on a wrestling mat. You know, we had the best looking girls as the stats. And oh, well, she got to put the team captain down.
There you go.
Yeah, and she just laughed, telling me all the time how sorry she was.
I'll drink to that.
Coffee.
Iced tea.
A delicious mixture. A delicious mixture.
Freaking iced tea, man.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Drive Shaft Drew. What's up, buddy?
What's up, Drew?
Anybody got any good stories? If not, don't make me do this, guys. Don't make me do this.
I suck. Let me think of something.
Rick's going to say something.
He's going to go to
All right,
Dylan.
here we
He's
go,
going to
ladies and
Dylan. He's
gentlemen.
going to Dylan.
Damn it.
And the chat's gone to shit.
Hey, I got one for you. I let my rooster and hen out today for the first time in probably, I don't know, 5 months, maybe. I don't know. I let them have a little taste of freedom. I let them free range for a few hours.
Did you guard them with your freaking
Not really.
CZ?
Not really. I just opened the door and I was like, okay, y'all go play. I came back in a few hours, rounded them
Elroy's
up.
got his own gun.
Well, I felt bad because they used to free range every day, or almost every day. And after the last little slaughter I had of critters taking them out, I just like kept them. I've been keeping them, locked up the whole time. I mean, they got a decent sized pen, don't get me wrong, but it's just like today I was just like, okay, I want to let y'all go out and play. Go out and find some bugs and whatever,
That's right. Go eat some critters.
Yeah. Go out and have a little freedom,
Oh,
Because I bet I've lost like 30 freaking chickens to predators when I let them out. It is just like, damn it.
I know that's the unfortunate part too. Especially if you're gonna get a couple hens that lay eggs, it takes a while before they even start laying. So about the time they start laying is when everybody wants to freaking all the predators want to eat them.
Yeah. They did fine though. I got them back in. I grabbed some bread and lured them back into the pen and shut the door. And I was like, okay, we're good. You had a few hours of freedom.
I know Bobby's got a cool little timer door thing on his chicken coop. I saw one of his videos years back.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is if you got predators, it don't matter.
Yeah. Yeah, if they're out in the daytime. I mean, I've had hawks take them. At night, I had all my guineas took by a fox. I finally killed the fox, though. But It didn't matter. The guineas were gone. I know people used to fucking bitch and raise hell about my guineas. They hated the guineas. I loved my guineas. I liked all the noise. It was cool.
That's why you got El Rey.
Yeah, I got El Rey now.
Is that better, SoCal?
What's that?
Is that better, my placement now?
Oh, you're gorgeous, dude. Perfect.
Okay.
It was Rick's idea. I was just saying,
I don't know. I'm just trying to keep up with the chat. But that's why I wanted the night vision.
How much fun is this, Danny?
Wait a
Danny,
minute.
how much fun is this?
Wait a minute. I got to get over there. What the heck?
Danny, this is what you look like.
Oh. That's just half as punishing then. I mean, if you want the full exposure.
Whoa.
So
Talking about the face.
No,
do you know about there's a pop-out function, Daniel. I don't know if you're aware of it, but see, like right where the live chat is, all the people messages and whatnot, at the very top of it, the little 3 dots.
Yes.
Okay. You can click that if you do pop-out, and you can slide it over on your monitor and then have the live video of us chatting, and then that off to the side, and then the YouTube version of it in the background.
Okay.
Or you can just get 2 monitors.
Or you can do that.
I just keep.
Or any combination they're in.
Now I have 3 screens in front of me.
All right. That's too many.
Now you're getting specialized.
Yeah, you're getting all IT technical.
And by the way, that'll cost you $100.
Yeah, that's what I do. I have like YouTube in the background, and then the chat window, I shrink it down to where I can see the chat on the side. Yeah, I'll make that window smaller so it squishes it up a little bit, and then
So
the live
squish
chat,
word again.
you know, I'm getting all technical, I know, but
Yeah.
Here's what he's saying, Daniel.
SoCal is Mr. Squishy.
Yeah, I'm the squishy guy. You gotta
He's a
get a
squishy
spring
guy
that's
and
more
a
squishy.
Like that.
thingy-majiggy guy. He never knows what their stuff are called.
What the hell here? Like that,
Look
Daniel.
at that sexy fucker. Good Lord.
Yeah, I had it on the one side. I was trying to get it to the other side. Now I just made it go away. And now it's back. Okay. Yeah, it's there. Now it's completely hiding Rick.
Perfect.
That's not a bad thing.
Oh, I'm gonna break the proverbial water here, and
Your water
ask
buster?
Rick the question: have you ordered a strong mount yet?
No. I still need to order a few things. I need the 9mm. I need the strong mount, the handle, the powder charge indicator gizmo gadget, a new carousel for the small pistol.
Good Lord. You're like
And-
completely empty-handed and worthless, practically. Way to think ahead, dude. You rocked it.
Hey, I had to go low budget. I couldn't, baby steps. I got
what
everything I need
did
to
you
do.
order it for then?
223 and 40.
Okay. Well, what's your square deal be?
That's 49 and
Why in the hell would you order the damn 550 for 40 when you already got the square deal beat?
because I'm gonna fucking chink chink chirp. I did make 100 rounds the other day, looking at this one sitting here while I was using that one to make some Infinity 40.
Just sell it. Give it away in a contest. Sell it. You'll never use it again.
Well, if I do that, I can
And you
do
can
the
tell by
strong-
the look on his face that he'll never use it again. He's looking at it like, I'm sorry. But
You just send it to Daniel so he can feed the CZ.
Oh, I tried giving a 40 to my wife once, and it's like she wouldn't have nothing of it. She'd rather have a 45.
Nothing wrong with a 45. I don't own a 45.
You don't.
Mm-mm.
You bastard.
I haven't found a need for one yet. 40 can do everything the 45 can.
Oh my God. I'm going to have to kick you off fucking chat.
Kick him off, for God's sake.
TR, you gave him a wrench.
I can hold more rounds.
I can still ban him.
Yeah.
I can too now. Woohoo!
Yeah, you can hold more rounds, but it only takes one.
You just gotta learn how to shoot, man. It only takes one round.
Center chest. You hit the spinal cord, the motherfucker dies instantly. It really don't matter what caliber you use if you can hit what you're aiming at. But center mass, spinal cord.
What do you have on you right now? You have a 9mm.
Well, I got a 45 long Colt, 2 9mm, a 22
No, on you. What do you got on you?
12 gauge.
Case closed.
Now what you gonna say?
The end. I ain't gonna say shit.
It's probably a good call.
So look, everybody out there likes 40, obviously.
Yeah.
Today's
Obviously.
opposite day, so
Okay, Rick, you're out of bullets, and all you have left is your gun in your hand, and he's still coming at you. Which one's going to hurt him more when you hit him in the head with it, a 40 or a 45?
A shotgun.
shotgun. Well, no, that's when you switch over to the 9mm conversion barrel, and then you got plenty of ammo left.
Oh, and 22?
No, he can do. He can throw the 550B at him.
Yeah, because I don't have one of those
And
anyway.
I'll tell you what you do, Rick. You throw gunpowder at them because, according to another YouTube channel, you damn near killed the motherfucker just throwing gunpowder at them. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that's a
got
good
it
call
right
right
Hit
there.
him in the eyes. Hit him in the eyes.
That's right. And then after I fling it, I light it with a match. In my super is flamethrower. First off, I would throw the 45 because I don't like 45. I would never throw the 40 because, 40s are cool. Here's your answer.
I don't know how
Great
much
answer.
more
All
I
right.
can
Anybody
take of
else
this.
want to get in the mix? Anybody else?
it's because a 40 is on a 9mm frame and the 45 is a bigger frame, and when you're using it on yourself sexually later on, you just can't handle the 45. You can only handle that 9mm frame. That's what it is.
I don't know. I'm not sure. Captain Flashbang.
I know I got way off on that. I don't even know if y'all caught that.
I was just letting you go, buddy.
Hey, Rick, when are you coming back to California?
Soon.
All right. Well, text me if you don't want to say it out loud.
All right.
I have to place an order with Dylan, and
Oh, that makes sense then, because I'm gonna.
I have some stuff to give you that just leftover things I'll never use that you'll find handy. So
Sweet.
yeah,
The Warlord sure likes his 9mm, I guess. Training, yes, I could always use training. The one thing you'll never hear me say is I am the best.
I love doing training. I have to do training for CCW every 2 years. They in California you have to recertify with your gun, and usually it's only like a 4-hour class as opposed to the 16-hour class that they make you do
The
at the
first time
beginning.
around?
Yeah, so the last half of the day is just spent just having a blast with a lot of the guys that are doing the training. They'll make up drills, and it's all steel targets. It's so much fun. Set up scenarios, do the shoot house. It's good times.
It's like,
Or you
so
yeah,
much
could
fun.
go shoot competition every week and do the same shit, but more fun.
well, I
Thursday,
think-
TR, Thursday. I'm running the shoot Thursday.
Okay. Let's see.
Show up.
Thursday. No, I got to work this week, Thursday.
Not at 6 o'clock, do you?
Take
Yeah.
your 245 long colts. That would be sweet.
That would be badass. I can even set the course up around that.
You can put it in the internal or not. How about next week? I could actually do it next week.
Nah, I'll be gone.
Okay. Don's changing his chats to Friday. Trees are blowing. So from here on out, or at least it works out for him. Yeah, I'll be free on some Thursday. So I'm definitely going to get with you, and we're going to do that.
Cool. That'll be fun. You'll enjoy it.
Yeah, I think so.
Lot
I'm
of
looking forward to it. That's actually the only reason I hadn't done it is because, I like to hang around and talk to Don on chats and help his chat out, help his channel out,
Hey, it's a great excuse to put your CZ back together.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
TR, I know a guy.
I'll take this one. Yeah, I'm almost at the point. I'm thinking about just taking this bag of parts to a gunsmith and say, put this shit back together.
You better be good friends with him because most people got to wait a year to get their guns worked on right now.
Oh, crap.
That
I'm
long,
telling you, don't ever tear down a decocker CZ75 completely. Oh, my God. What a mess. I work on $1 million equipment, and I took that thing apart, and I'm like, holy shit. How am I going to get this thing back together?
Should have taken a video of yourself taking it apart so you could just play it backwards.
Well, I watched a bunch of videos just to take it apart, and then once I got it apart, it's just like, oh crap, how am I gonna get this back together? I will. I just hadn't. I just, like I said, hell, I got a lot of guns. I just hadn't had a desire to put it back together, but I'm going to.
Be right back. I gotta.
All right, sounds good. He's gotta
do something.
he's gotta do it bad too. Maybe he crapped his pants. I don't know.
You got anything going on, SoCal? I noticed after you've been to Farmageddon, you've actually been putting out some videos.
Yeah,
you put up videos for a while, man.
Yeah, I got lazy. Well, yeah. I got bored of doing the cooking videos. You know, I have that other channel, Big Meat Sunday, where I did cooking videos for several years right after I finished doing videos for the prepper thing, and then started the WTF SoCal and then did nothing with it. But yeah, going to that was kind of an inspiring thing, and getting to know, you know, I met all these people there, you know, 30, 40 people, and I'm all sub to them now. And I guess it's kind of reinvigorated me, so to say, just do fun stuff with guns and just kind of do stupid videos, you know, shout outs and tag videos and whatnot. It's a lot of fun. And so, you know, I've been kind of living on that, but I have this like problem from doing the Big Meat Sunday thing. I'm just like, and it's horrible because it really more is an inhibitor than anything. It's like I fucking try too hard, and it makes it a pain in the ass to make videos. And it's sometimes I just don't feel like it, and if I feel like if I don't you know, give it everything I can, it's just not worth doing. And I overproduce the shit out of it, and you know, the videos that I don't, I'm not really happy with, and I don't know, it's all about me and not the videos, right?
I went to a seminar. TR was actually doing a seminar on how to
Not
do
give a fuck.
YouTube, set everything up, and it lasted about 15 minutes, and then we just drank beer the rest of the night. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, see, I need to go to that apparently, because it takes me like an hour and a half to set up a YouTube video, and then by the time I go to shoot it, all my free time has been pissed away by me like obsessing over lighting and white balance and sound and camera angles and all this other crap. And yeah,
we have no idea what you're talking about, right, TR?
Yeah, that's my hallmark. I just go like, hey, YouTube, blah, 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 blah. Okay, see you later.
and my wife just said I'm not fun to be around either, so.
Well, I disagree with that. You're a lot of fun to be around.
I think I'll just cancel my YouTube channel, just hang out when I feel like it.
Well, the reason I stopped doing, and this is just me, and I'm nowhere near as many viewers you have. You know, I'm still a pretty small channel. The videos that I've really put a lot of time in, editing and all that, at my level, I just couldn't see a difference. This was like, I can just turn the damn camera on and blah, blah, blah. Hell, the one I did, the first one with this thing, the CZ thing, and I was trying to be funny. You know, I had the helmet on, the body armor and all that. Hell, I didn't even, the strap was like hanging out over here. And because I wouldn't, you know, I mean, I just threw it on and it was all like nonchalant. I was just like, okay, yeah. Hey, look, I got to put my body armor on. I mean, I wasn't trying to be serious with that shit. And I don't think it would have made a difference if I was trying to be serious or if I was trying to be comical. It was just like,
yeah,
just gun. Looky here. Bye.
See ya.
Because I don't think I'm going to get to that level to where, you know, I'm relying on YouTube to be an income. I already figured that out a long time ago.
No, it's just like, it's kind of like being you know, doing anything on a professional level, I mean, regardless of money or money making, it's like you get, like even at your job, or like a baseball player, a race car driver, whatever, they get to a certain point where they're performing at a certain level, and they're just not interested in doing something, you know, say, I don't know, Tony Stewart's the first guy that comes to mind. Tony Stewart used to do the Indy 500 and then fly to Charlotte and do the night race. You know, that was like the peak of his career, where he's just hauling ass for an entire, like, literally 18 hours for a day. I don't see Tony Stewart jumping in a golf cart, or not a golf cart, a go-kart, and like competing in those types of races. It's just something you don't, you know, you can be the best at what you do on a certain level, and it's like and it's all about the individual. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it, but it's just like, it's difficult to reduce the you know what I'm trying to say, right? I don't know, I overcomplicate the shit out of stuff just because I feel like I need to be up here, not, you know, kind of down here mediocre, because I've made it so complicated and overproduced. And
Your
Hickok
very well, your videos are well orchestrated, very awesome camera work, but
it's just the personality that sucks. I'm working on that.
I mean, if you're not worried about the monetization, you're not worried about, you know, how many views you get, just put a fucking raw video out there. Just do it. Just try it.
Well, I'm retarded, honestly. If you actually saw some of my videos, you'd be like, fuck, why am I even bothering listening to this dude?
I've watched many of yours.
Those are the best ones.
Yeah, those are the ones that go viral.
I like the old ones before you thought it was bad to be that way.
Yeah, my shittiest videos are actually the most watched videos. The ones I was fumbling through, didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
You're right. You're right. You're 100% right. One of my most viewed videos, actually a lot of my most viewed videos, are the early videos that I used to do right after I got my 650 on the SoCal Preppers channel. And then right when I started Big Meat Sunday, a lot of these fucking just crappy, just horrifyingly bad cooking videos that I did were like, I made a breakfast burrito video that I think to this day has like almost 800,000 views, and it sucks. It's horrible. And to boot, I was like, I think I was still drunk from the night before. I was so hungover when I did it.
It's content.
I think it's just lucky on YouTube. It's the YouTube slot machine. Are you going to get a viral video or not?
The video quality, any of you guys out there that are starting new channels or you're fairly new to YouTube, I'm telling you, the quality of the video, the editing quality and all that, nobody gives a shit about that. Just go out there and make a damn video. If it's got content they want to watch, they'll watch it. It doesn't matter how shitty it is, because like I said, my worst videos are the ones that's gotten the most views over time.
It's true. That's 100% true. And actually that makes me feel good, because that actually like kind of revives my sense of, oh, fuck it. You know, because you need that. A lot of people start off on YouTube and I think every single one of us probably did this. The very first video we shot, we were probably nervous as shit. And the more you talk to the camera, the more you get used to it.
Well, I mean, and to a point, when I watch a video, if it's got too much production quality, I kind of tend to, and this is just me, it depends on what the video is. I kind of tend to, I might shut it off.
Yeah, like it's almost like discreditable.
Yeah, this is a production.
Yeah,
I want to see the guy that just says, "Hey, I just bought this gun and this is what it'll do," and blah 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 blah. You know, and I'm like, okay, this is a real guy shooting a video. He don't know his ass from a hole in the ground, but he's telling me what he thinks about it. You know, like I said, it depends on what it is. I mean, if it's a review or whatever else. But
Breakfast
even,
burrito.
even if it's a political opinion, you know, because I do those from time to time where I'm just riding down the road in my truck. I'm just giving you my honest opinion. And if I put too much production quality into that, it'll almost look fake. I think people will appreciate more this meat. Boom, turn the camera on, give my opinion. All right, later, YouTube. Boom, turn the camera off.
Yeah.
That's just me. That's maybe that's my audience. I don't know.
No, it definitely works. It definitely works, and
It works for me anyway.
it's called being candid, and you know that it's an honest viewpoint. And if it's unedited, it means that, I don't know. Just from my standpoint, it means you A, know what the fuck you're talking about, and B, you're passionate about it. And I think that's what really hones in, or tunes in YouTube viewership. If it's interesting to watch somebody talk about something they're passionate about, especially if you're interested in the same thing, all the better. I just kind of lost track, just cooking fucked me up because there's so many steps.
Yeah.
And to watch all the between steps, it's like you don't want to watch me digging through the cabinets looking for shit and like wrapping things in tin foil. That's not fucking interesting.
That's so you have to have the reloading videos.
Now, as far as your cooking videos, because I've watched some of them, that makes sense to edit those and try to cut it down and make it make sense and just show the steps with, like you said, without all the bullshit of digging through the cabinets and stuff. But other type videos, I think people appreciate just an honest video.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Now I'm thinking of my next video, how I'm going to do it.
Oh shit! Don't overthink it. Take it from me. Don't overthink it. Just do it.
I don't. It takes me 20 minutes to slap a video together from the idea until full hit send.
Yeah. My cooking videos, I always tell people when they ask me, like, how long does it take? I could grill a steak and prepare a full meal that should take no longer than an hour. It literally takes 5 hours to film it and then another 3 hours to edit it.
And 30 minutes to eat it.
Yeah. Pain in the ass.
Does your wife like go, hurry up so we can eat dinner?
No, it's like I prepare dinner. Like I start cooking at like 10 in the morning. It's like, okay, steak's ready, honey. And it's like 8 o'clock at night. Fuck.
Wow. The longest it took me to do a steak is 18 hours. And that was getting up, getting my hunting gear on, going out shooting the deer, dragging it in and cutting it up, then cooking.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm not sure you can even do an 18-hour video on YouTube, but you can probably get close. I think 10, at least 10, I think you can do.
I think chats are what, up to 8 hours?
8, yeah.
Let's do it.
Cook off.
I did that.
That actually might be fun. That would be totally fun. Actually, one day we should have it like this revolving door of people involved in a chat and just go all day.
You can. 8 hours you could do.
I want to tell you what's really stupid on YouTube. And I almost hate to tell you this because you'll go look and you'll add a view to it. But there's channels out there that just put out videos and they literally say, me bouncing a tennis ball against a wall for 10 hours. And they'll just do it a few times and then just
repeat it. Yeah.
Repeat it for 10 hours. And it'll have like 1 million freaking views.
But it's probably, if you watch the video for 1 second, it's still a view.
If you click on it, that's a view.
That's like that solar eclipse that we had.
Mm-hmm.
I threw a live thing on there, set the camera up, and the family and I are way down at the bottom of the pasture, and I'd walk up once in a while and say, hey, everybody, how's it going? And then I'd fucking walk back away. That thing got like 1,100 views or some shit.
I went on there just to see if he was there, and I figured you just threw a black cloth over your camera.
I used those glasses, but it didn't work for shit.
I used your idea, TR, with the floppy disks. I found a super high density floppy disk and worked out great.
Yeah, Blue 823. He texts me and he's like, "Man, that floppy disk idea worked out good." He said it was awesome. I was like, "I'm telling you, I told you." It worked out good for me. Is I had like severe. Y'all probably seen it. Severe cloud cover. I didn't put on glasses or anything. I had a perfect view of it with the clouds.
Your video was killer.
Awesome.
You had a really killer video of it.
That was cool to watch.
On the roof of my house. And I know you didn't see anything of the roof of my house, but I was standing on the roof of my house, like, oh, well, it looks pretty cool. Yeah.
I missed that one.
You'll have to go back and see it. I got a pretty good view. You'll have to, click on the video and make it like full screen to get a better view of it because it's in HD.
Check this out, though. So what I did was I switched the camera around, like a selfie portrait. I'm sitting there with glasses on, looking down at the camera and the skies above me. But look at the little, look at on my face. You can see that reflection of the crescent moon? See that dot?
Me where I had the laser on your face?
No, that's the red one. Yeah.
Now you have to go check it out, Rick. I think you'll like it. It turns out, because I thought myself, I'm talking through the video and I'm like, oh, this is going to suck because I'm not going to see it, blah, blah, blah. And then when the eclipse actually happened, through the clouds, I could look at it with my naked eye and it was just like a perfect ring. I mean, it was perfect. It was like, holy shit.
Yeah, that was bitching, dude. You had natural sunglasses for you that looked really cool, shining through the clouds. It was like this big. It looked like a big. Never mind.
Yeah.
I got nothing. It was cool though.
Yeah. I had a lot of people comment on that. I mean, it just worked out perfect for me. I had a lot of people comment on YouTube and on Facebook because I shared it to that, and they were like, "That looked better than the fucking NASA footage." I was like, well, thanks.
Well, I'm getting ready for 2024 when it comes through Ohio here. I want to get a couple lawn chairs, stick them on the roof. I want to get a rooster, stick some Barbie glasses on its face, and just sit there with a cooler and just have it on me watching the eclipse. I don't know, just an idea. Okay, TR's typing, the other guy's left.
Yeah, so you're supposed to hit you in 2024?
Yeah, it's supposed to be, I don't know, April or something like that, 2024.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think the one that hit us, they were talking like 2078, and it's like, okay, I'll be dead.
Yeah.
Rick's about to be, but if I'm not, I probably wish I was by the end.
Yeah, no shit. If I'm around then, something ain't right.
So there, Rick, what's up? How you doing?
Scratching my gray head,
Well, at least you got something to scratch up there.
Yeah, I'm lucky. I'm lucky when it comes to that. I'm just looking at SoCal's got me on my wish list idea here, trying to figure out what I want.
On that Dylan.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Don't overcomplicate it.
No, I just need to be able to load everything.
You know
not
what?
Not everything meaning every caliber. Just I know I need a 9. I would like to do a 22-250 though. That's one awesome round.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
but a lot of rounds. Well, I mean, it just depends on how much you want to spend on it. If it's low, if it's rounds that you're not going to shoot a lot of, like, you know, like I shoot 8mm Mauser from time to time, but it's still such a low volume round. I mean, it'd be great to load it on a progressive, but at the same time, if I'm only going to load 50 rounds, you know, I got to balance it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I just figure I'm going to have this thing for the next 50 years.
Yeah.
Anything I do, my kid will have it. My kids, I got one, but it's Dylan. I mean, the thing's going to last forever.
Oh, it will last forever. I promise you.
So it's like, pay now, pay later. That's like when you could buy 22 long rifle for 99 cents, and now it's $5.
I remember buying it for 59 cents a box.
I can go downstairs and bring some boxes up, and you guys would cry over what the price tag has on them. It was from the 80s.
Yeah, I have one Kmart box, which Kmart stopped selling guns in California 100 years ago. But it's a Kmart box of 22 LR, and it was 99 cents.
Yeah.
And I'm 46, so it was a while ago.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I remember the 22 LR in the, well, right at 60 cent range. I know it was cheaper than that at some point or whatever, but I remember it being in definitely in 89 cent. I remember when I first got my 22 Ruger Mark II, I was buying it for like 80, 90 cent a box all day long. That was just the price. In other words, $8 a, what would that be? Would that be 1,000? Yeah, $8, like $9 a 1,000.
Yeah. Could you imagine at the time spending like $2,000 and buy just a shit ton of it?
Yeah. Well, hell, even when I got my SKS, they were selling 7.62 by 39 Chinese ammo for $1 a box.
Damn.
$1 for 20 rounds.
That is smoking.
Well, the SKSs were like $59 or $79. I know it's 79 for sure, but I'm sure they probably was cheaper than that. But when I first bought mine, I mean, they were going for $79. And $1 to $1.50 a box for 20 rounds of ammo.
I want
And don't get me wrong, I mean, $1 was more than it is now. You know, so I mean, you could. I know at the time I was, you know, freshly married, living in an apartment, just, you know, I didn't have two sticks to rub together. We was just trying to get by, so I didn't, you know, I didn't have the money to invest in that. But if I, hindsight, yeah, I would have freaking got a credit card and maxed that bitch out and bought all of it, you know. But we didn't know.
And that was the same time frame I was looking at buying a Colt Python. I could have got a pair of them for about $800.
Dang, yeah, that would have been nice to have.
Yeah.
See, and that's what I'm saying. If I buy the, you know, the basically the tool heads and the shit for some of the stuff we have now, then my son won't have to spend twice as much later.
Yeah,
It's like,
that's true.
Go ahead, TR.
No, I was just going. Yeah, that's true. Go ahead.
Right now, it's like I'm getting as much lead as I can, and I'm just putting in 5-gallon buckets, just getting it ready just to stick somewhere.
Now, are you putting it into a caliber form before you do it, or are you just keeping it in blocks?
Ingots, yeah, blocks.
Yeah. That's the one thing I haven't done. I know TR and I have talked a lot about it, and it's harder to find lead now compared to back in the day, but
Just got to know where to look.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not as easy to find as it used to be. It used to be they gave it to you just to get rid of it. And now if you go to a tire shop and ask them about their lead, it's like they snap at you and get, I mean, I've had this literally happen. They snap at you and get all pissed off that you even ask them about it because they've had so many people ask them about it.
That's where I lucked out after I retired out of the Navy. I, just wanted a nice little retirement gig, so I delivered auto parts. So I got to know all the garages in the county.
That's cool.
They just handed it to me, 5-gallon buckets. Boom. Here, get rid of this junk.
Sweet. Yeah, that's the way to do it. And you got all the stuff in order to smelt it down and all that stuff?
Yeah, Mama's frying pan and a propane burner outside. It melts right down fine.
No, but I mean to cast bullets.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, got that.
Very cool. Yeah, when I run out of bullets, I'm going to TR's house.
Now, when you guys are smelting the lead down and stuff, are you doing it outside or inside?
When I do it, we're doing it in my buddy's garage, and we'll throw a fan on to try to, get all the fumes away from us. We'll open the garage door, and I mean, it's not outside, but it's not inside. I know there's dangers with lead poisoning and all that, but I feel like we ventilate ourselves enough to it's safe,
Yeah, that ventilation, because I grew up a lot. I mean, we got lakes around here, and all the old timers who were now dead at before 50, they melted lead themselves, making all the fish sinkers, all the Torons that come down, and they all ended up getting a lung cancer because they were doing it inside with no ventilation.
That's bad. We get guys at the shooting range with high lead counts just shooting there. From shooting there too much.
Mm-hmm.
What was that, cat whisker? Yeah.
Well, what me and my buddy does is we'll do like 2, maybe 3 sessions a year. We'll wait till fall, and don't get me wrong, we cast thousands and thousands of bullets. It's an all-day affair, but we only do it a couple times a year. And like I said, we'll have fans blowing and making sure to try our best to get the air out. And we'll just say, okay, we're casting all this, and we'll make 5,000 9mm and 5,000 45s or whatever it is, and that lasts us the whole freaking year, And that's kind of that's why I do it.
Yeah, I started doing that with muzzleloaders. First casting my stuff, but now you guys are powder coating this stuff.
Yeah.
How's that working out as far as the barrels, keeping all that lead out of there?
Yeah, it makes a big difference. It really does.
Hey, what was the ammo you were shooting with that Scorpion, TR? The shit was so fucking...
That was factory Winchester steel cased ammo.
Yeah, that was horrible.
Hang on a second, I'll get
it's
the
like
box.
A smoke screen and a freaking...
Yeah, that smoked worse than any reloaded ammo I've ever done, and that was factory ammo.
I figured that was some reloaded crap you had.
Nah, that was factory.
Yeah, did you guys see that video? Holy shit!
Yeah, I watched it today.
Man, it was looked like a freight train going down the friggin'.
I look at that Scorpion, and I could say hypothetically you're going to go in there and rob a gas station. You come in with that Scorpion. I think the first thing they're going to think is that's a toy gun. I mean,
it's it's a Buck Rogers looking Star Trek.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks like a stormtrooper gun, but that's the ammo that y'all saw me shoot. I mean, I bought that at Walmart, Winchester. I mean, this is some cheap freaking factory ammo. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to lie about it. That's the only reason I had it. But it was Winchester steel cased ammo, and I didn't notice it when I was shooting a regular pistol, but with that little bit extra longer barrel, I don't know what it was, but man, that thing smoked like I was shooting black powder.
Fed. Sorry about that. I was hungry, man. Got to feed the beast.
Yeah, go ahead.
When are you doing that order, SoCal?
I was going to do it in the morning. I like I said, I was short the pickup or the fail-safe rod for the 650. I don't have one because when I ordered my machine, it didn't come with one because I didn't set it up for that. So I had to order that, and I was thinking of ordering a bullet tray because of that machine doesn't have one either.
Hey, remind me before we get off the chat.
All right.
Shit, where'd old Mohawk man go? So, Daniel, tell me your first shots of the CZ.
The first shot was a dead center bullseye at 15 yards. The next one was, I mean, I raked it up about 2 inches higher, and I put another one back in the bull. And then I felt like Superman, Clint Eastwood, all put together. And then it just went like this big then.
They're so easy to shoot.
I know. I was pretty impressed when I shot mine. My group had all touched. I ended up making like a line, but they all connected. It was pretty cool. It was probably like a, I don't know, 3.5-inch line. And that was probably, I think, 10 yards, 15 yards, something like that. And it was bitching. I was like, you know what? I like this.
I was thinking maybe I should move up to 5 yards and like video myself at 15 and then shoot a smiley face and then boom, one in the right top center, so they shoot him in the face.
That would be cool. That would be cool.
Yeah, and everybody knows that I can't edit, but I can cheat. But I went through at least 200 rounds within an hour. And I cleaned that, well, and that was with 3 cleanings in there too.
3 cleanings?
Oh yeah, when you break in a gun,
Shh. It's listening.
Was that secret?
His CZ is going to get mad at him if anybody else tells him that he should have been cleaned before you got broken in.
I put a little extra oil on it on the slides and good to go. Yeah, I'm going to treat it like a Glock. If it can't handle it, then we'll know.
I kind of did the same thing.
I learned from shooting muzzleloaders. My muzzleloader, it's had a few hundred rounds put through it, but even now after the first shot, you can just take a patch, run down the thing, and actually pull the ramrod out without having to hook it up to a pickup truck at a tree.
It's well seasoned.
Oh yeah, well seasoned.
Yeah, I did that with some of my bigger rifles, but for that pistol, I was like, eh.
Every new gun I've had, I looked down the barrel to make sure that it didn't have a bunch of cosmoline in it, and after that is like, okay, here we go, and just run it hard, break it in hard, and I treat it like a damn newly rebuilt engine. You break it in hard, it'll run hard. You break it in soft, it'll run soft. And I used to be an auto mechanic, and believe it or not, I don't know why, but that's true. When you crank an engine up, you let it idle a little while, you get it up to temperature, make sure it's got everything's good, it's got plenty of water, plenty of oil. And when you go out on the road, you drop the clutch and you burn the damn tires off at some, but you run it hard. And that thing will be a screaming eagle from here on out. If you go out there and putt around the corner, just putt. That'll be all it'll do. And I've seen it with my own freaking eyes.
That's what I do to my motorcycles.
I'm waiting for a comment from Sonia.
Nah, she done gone to bed.
Oh, all right. It's probably a good thing.
He was talking about a text here. I'm just kidding. You got to seat the rings.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, in my hometown of Travelers Rest, or actually it was Marietta, but I'm near Travelers Rest. That's where the TR comes from. But every redneck, when I was growing up in the 80s, you took the hood off when you changed motors and rebuilt it. You left the hood off, and you put all your chrome air breather and all that on there, and you went and showed it off. And what did you do? You went and you freaking burnt the tires off that thing going around the block, horsing around, catching second gear. You done all that stuff.
That's right.
I saw something like that in the 80s. Oh, no, never mind. That was Dukes of Hazzard. Never mind.
TR, did you also use the hood as a sled with or without snow? Just throw a rope on the back of that thing and haul it behind the truck with your buddies?
No, I didn't get to do that, but I have actually sat on a trunk or a hood of a car and slid down a hill when it snowed. But I didn't do the no.
Oh, snow was optional.
Yeah,
that's right. Grass, dirt, gravel, rocks, it don't matter. Just don't fall off.
And that hood's not going to get hot in the summertime when you're going over the asphalt either. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Well, I've told it many times, and I'll tell it again. My buddy had a moped before I could drive. We were probably like 13 or 14. And he'd come pick me up on his moped, and we'd go squirrel hunting. And he had a 12 gauge. I had a 22, and so I'd get on the back, and I had a 22 in one hand, 12 gauge in the other, and we'd ride through town, down the road, and go wherever we was going. Not one time did anybody ever stop us for me being on the back of that moped with two rifles at whatever age we was, 13, 14, 15. I doubt it was 15, but 13 or 14 years old. That was just the way it was. Oh, yeah, and boys going hunting.
Mm-hmm. Heck, I'd walk right into the little mom and pop stores and stuff with my shotgun or 22 and stuff. I'd have it open, lean it against the door on the inside, and go get my stuff. And the owner and I, we just start talking guns. And he reloaded right there behind the counter. Different days.
Yeah, Central California was cool that way back in the day. Is that what you're talking about?
Not California. This was Ohio.
Oh, okay. I thought for some reason you were. Oh, yeah, that's right. You were stationed in California.
Right. 4 years down in San Diego.
Yeah, Miramar.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, I always loved passing by the. You got Camp Pendleton on one side, and then you have the Navy kind of amphibian unit on the other side of the freeway. And they always have something really cool going on. Seems like every time I go down south to visit friends or whatever I'm doing, they always have some huge fleet of hydroplanes practicing whatever it is they're practicing, or there's squadrons of helicopters blowing shit up on the other side of the freeway, or it's pretty cool. By. I mean, even when the wind changes just right, when the wind starts blowing from the south instead of from the north, you can hear the Marines down at Pendleton. There's an island that's well beyond Catalina Island and just to the south. I can't think of the name of it, but they use that as a bombing kind of facility, and they shoot artillery at it for hours and hours on end. And you can hear I'm 25 miles north from Camp Pendleton, and you can hear those shells going off when they're launching them just like boom
all night.
Yeah, it's nice. That's the sound of freedom right there.
That is.
Now can you imagine? Can you imagine being on that island when those shells are hitting?
I'd rather not. I mean, I can imagine. I think that's why I'd rather not.
Because
they're lighting it up.
They train the SEALs there. They're the ones calling in the fire mission.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Yuck.
Hopefully they're doing their job right.
Yeah. Hopefully the artillery guys are friggin' got enough altitude.
Well, the fire mission's wrong. The SEAL washes out.
Or gets quiet. Yeah. Yeah.
The fishing's probably good right there, though.
Yeah, you just ride around in a boat and scoop them up out of the water.
Yeah, look at this one.
Check it out. Sounds like a school of sharks just floating along.
Yeah. Yeah, no shit. Great whites lately.
There's been a lot of great white sightings around here in the last like 2 years. It's that damn global warming, I tell you.
Oh yeah.
They just got they got first notice when California's going to be coming off the map and going into the ocean. They were just waiting for the buffet to roll in.
And the perfect part about that scenario is the San Andreas Fault, the way it cuts through kind of central California. All the great areas that really deserve to have their own island are going to go.
Oh yeah.
And I won't. I'll be like kind of like right at the very new South Bay end of California. There's going to be this huge
oceanfront property.
Yeah, it's going to be this huge bay, the Bay of San Francisco or LA. I don't know what it's going to be called, but it's going to go from like Sonoma County all the way down to Orange County. Everything else is going to be offshore.
That's after the wave hits, though.
That's fine. I'm cool with that. I live right at the top of a big ass hill with another hill in front of me in the ocean.
There you go.
Rick, that's what the surfboards and boogie boards are for.
You won't catch me in the ocean when the waves are big. Plus, there's sharks. I'd rather be in a fishing boat catching something. Yep, SoCal beachfront property.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. The big mountain right out like that way. That'll be gone. That'll be like offshore, and then I'll have like literally I'll be like 3 miles from the ocean. It'll be perfect.
I'm hoping this takes place when I'm in North Carolina. Because I don't know.
I know that. Honestly, I know that shit isn't going to happen. It's not going to just crack off and fall into the ocean, but it's a wish of mine.
Yeah, if it does, it does. If it don't, it don't.
Yeah, exactly. Either way, it's good.
Even better still would just have it sink like 500 feet straight down.
Just a big old.
Yep. And then we might be able to win an election.
Oh,
exactly. That state might turn red.
Need another Reagan.
It ain't going to turn red.
It wouldn't matter if we had another Reagan anymore. This state is far gone. There's so many. Let's see, how do I put this without looking like a total asshole? There's so many sanctuary cities and welfare recipients here that there's no number of Reagans that would change their minds.
Yes, the agenda is being played out and working well.
I'm just trying to figure out what Rick's playing with over there.
I'm trying out this phone magnifying glass. It attaches to your phone. It's a camera lens.
My cat brought me a bag of chicken. What a sweetheart, right?
He's all, open this shit up. Let's party.
Yeah. I think Rick found one of his wife's toys is what it was. He's trying to figure out what it was.
What's this button?
No comment. That was too easy.
That was too easy.
What was that thing? I was paying attention to the chicken bearing kitty.
All right, let me show you. Too bad it's made for an older version phone than the one I got. But you put your phone in here,
Oh.
and then
Gotcha.
it's got a big zoom.
Yeah, that's cool.
So I was gonna see if I can make it work with my other phone.
It reminded me of Scab Ugly did that video on that Honcello muzzle brake / whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Oh, the one he made?
Yeah, that thing was bitching, dude.
It was nice.
Did you guys see that?
Yeah, I saw it. It's way
I'm
better.
thinking you could drill some holes around the outside, like straight vertical to the parallel to the horizon of the barrel, just straight down. That thing would probably make a killer muzzle brake.
Yeah, just do it on the bottom too.
I mean, if he starts making those, would he have to get a license, or is that just considered a nut cover?
Only if he sells them.
Flash cover.
Actually, I don't know. That's a good question.
Because
It
can
would
make
be
some
an
money.
NFA item. It's not.
I mean, if it's just a muzzle brake or a flash item, I don't think he would have to worry about it. I mean, he could do it individually without a license. I mean, it's not a suppressor or anything like that.
Yeah, it's not a controlled item. It's not a firearm. It's not a suppressor, right?
Yeah.
So,
you could design a few and make some money on them.
That's freaking cool as hell.
I want to put one of those on the end of my Tactical Sports CZ.
Imagine sticking that in someone's chest. Yeah, Tactical Sports CZ. Bugs.
Actually, I couldn't do that because we're not allowed to have threaded barrels in California. Not on handguns.
Oh my God.
Never mind. Bah.
Not that you would have any threaded barrels.
Is California still part of the United States?
No.
It hasn't been a part of the United States for like, as far as I can recall, since 2094 or 1994.
Yeah.
That's when shit really started going south. And it hasn't really stopped going south.
That was the Brady bill, right?
The Brady bill, and then the magazine ban and assault weapons ban in 2000, and then it's just been one after another since then.
And how's the crime rate in California now?
Oh, everything's cool.
Okay.
Everything's cool. There's no crime at all. Yeah.
Depends where you go.
Solved all of it.
Except for the crime. Yeah.
Exactly.
I'll tell you what, though. In Orange County, which is, it's up to the discretion of the county sheriff who gets CCWs. So it's like, if you can picture California, it's kind of like a vertical line with a little boot at the end. All through, if you just like cut the coast off of California and shoved it off to one side, pretty much the rest of the state is allowed to carry. It's just everything from about mid-coast down to about where my county is, which is just right above San Diego County. Everything on the coast, like LA, Ventura, Santa Barbara, all the way up the coast to like Sonoma. No carry, no exceptions. You're going to have a really great excuse to carry a handgun. Everywhere else is like, yeah, fog up this mirror, go take your class, you're good to go.
Exactly. Well, even San Diego's a bitch too.
Yeah, they're the one who got sued, and I think the sheriff rather, he's just pissed because he lost the lawsuit. So he's just like, "Fuck you guys, I'm not gonna." No.
Yeah, he's still not doing it.
Even the sitting sheriff in my county, she. Long story short, there was a guy named Mike Corona who was the original, well, not the original, but a sheriff back in the 90s. And he was like handing out CCWs like candy. Like, give me a couple bucks for this or that. Yeah, you get a CCW. And a bunch of other crooked shit the guy was doing. He got found out, got booted, and the current sheriff, Sandra Hutchins, got placed there, and she was from I think she was like the under chief of the LA Police Department, and they brought her into Orange County. So she's like super libtard, super left wing thought process and ideals, and she got placed as the sheriff in Orange County, and she went and took away everybody's CCW and made them reapply because of all the weird shit that Mike Corona was doing. And since the Peruta case in, what was it, 2014, I guess it was, 15, something like that, and where the judge decided, well, in California, if you're not going to allow people to open carry, you have to provide a way to defend themselves. So California is now a shall issue state, not a may issue. And at that point, she was like, okay, no problem. And not like the LA Sheriff's Department was like, fuck that. I'm going to wait for this to settle. We're not going to start, doing this, and all up the coastline from LA up north. They're like, no. Everybody else in the rest of the entire state, except for the coastline, was like, CCWs for everybody. California used to get, or Orange County where I live, they used to get like 60 applications a month. It went from 60 to 14,000 in 2 years. So It's like everybody was on that bandwagon, and I think most of the Central Valley had the same issues. Orange County had to hire 24 investigators to keep up with the backlog of applicants. They went from like the first 3 months, they went from like 180 over 3 months to, after the judge's decision on the third or Ninth Circuit, to, I think they were getting close to like 3,000 applications a month for the first few months. It was this huge tidal wave, and they were just like, fuck, we don't have any way to deal with this. So they were forced to, and God bless her, she turned face and did the right thing. And she's been reelected 2 terms now since she did that. Yay, Sandra.
Go, Sandra.
Yeah, follow the law. That's what you're there for. To uphold
Right?
the law. If that's the law, that's what you're supposed to do.
Well, since then, the law's been redecided. They asked the judge who made that decision. He got like, no, that's not really a decision. What we really need to do is bring 11 judges instead of 3 judges, and we're going to redecide this decision. And guess what happened? They reversed it. Isn't that shocking? So, but
Amazing.
Even that was a couple years ago, and she still to this day, basically you have to have a good cause to carry a firearm. You can't just say, I want to protect myself. But you could basically say, I have goldfish, and there's occasionally cats that walk around the outside of my property, and I fear for their lives. And if I don't have a way to protect myself, how can I protect them? They'll take it as a good cause. So, I mean, they'll take anything as long as it's just well written, literally. And that's awesome. That's the way it should be. Just making a path forward so that people can exercise their right. You have to jump through the hoop, yeah, but they make it easy.
Yeah, it's sad that you have to jump through any path.
Yeah, but it is what we got.
It is what it is. I mean, even in South Carolina, as easy as it is to get a concealed weapon permit in South Carolina, you still got to jump through hoops. I mean, it's very easy. All you got to do is go through the class. If you pass the class, you will not be denied, period. But you do have to go through a class and pass the test and do a shooting test, and you got to qualify that you can shoot within, and it's very, very loose. I mean, it's damn near, hit this target. I don't care if it's over here. You got, as long as you hitting the target, so many times, okay,
Yeah.
you're good enough.
Yeah, that's basically the second stage of our issue. So, like, in order to get a CCW here, you have to fill out a huge application. You know, list any encounters with any law enforcement in your entire life. And then you submit the application. They bring you into the sheriff's department and they interview you. They go through your application, make sure you're not bullshitting. Then you get your fingerprints, and then after the fingerprints and all the DOJ shit comes back for the live scan and all that, then if you're pretty clean and a good guy, then they tell you go take the training, which is 16 hours. And at the end of the training, you have to do a qualification like you were talking about, TR. And then you send that certificate back to the sheriff's department, and then they invite you back to pick up your license. But the fucked up thing is you could probably do that in 3 weeks, maybe a month tops. In where I live, there's so many people that are applying, and they're so overrun, it takes the average citizen, at least in this point in time, and we're talking about 4 years, 5 years later, there's still the wait time is like between 5 and 8 months.
That's ridiculous. I got a little funny CCW story for you if you want to hear it.
Hell yeah.
Always.
Okay, my son, he carries at work. He was coming home from work, stopped to get some gas. And I guess the bottom of his barrel was sticking out from under his shirt. And this woman started screaming at him like he was an idiot and he's going to get people killed. And my son's he's baby faced. I mean, the kid, he don't even look like he's 17, but he's 24. But it's like, not only are we an open carry, but he has a CCW. And another guy at another pump looked at him and said, "Hey, where's she from? Look at her license plate. New York City." And he told him that, and all of a sudden everybody around the pump started opening up their coats, going like this and like this. This is in Ohio. The highway's over there. Keep going.
Get on the freeway and fucking
Head east, bitch.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That's funny.
That is pretty cool. That's cool that everybody around him's like, well, so fucking what? I got one too.
That was exactly. I mean, he had everything but the 80-year-old grandma pulling out her Derringer.
Okay, I'm about to end this chat, but I'll give you a concealed weapon permit story right quick, and then there's one other point I want to make before we close out, just to give everybody something to think about. Anyway, buddy, my tool monkey, the guy I got the CZ from to test out, he was telling me one day he was at a bank, and this lady in front of him, he said like a little old lady. I mean, you know, gray hair, big ass pocketbook. I mean, just your quintessential old lady, you know. And anyway, the bank teller asked her for something, and she started pulling shit out of her pocketbook and was just laying it on the counter. He said she pulled out what looked to be like a 6-inch barrel 357 and just slammed it on the counter and was still pulling out shit, you know. And then she was like, "Oh, let me put that back."
That's awesome.
He said he was just like, "I hear you, Grandma."
Nana's packing.
Yeah, Nana's packing. He said this thing was huge. It was like, you know, it wasn't a 44 mag, but with her size, it looked like it. It was probably a 38 or a 357. But he was just like, she just whipped that thing out, slammed it on the counter, and was pulling up, you know, Kleenexes and a bag of candy. And oh, wait a minute. Oh, I should put that back in here. You know. I thought it was funny.
The teller goes, "And Mrs. Tackleberry, here's your change."
Well, he said the teller's eyes were like this big around. He was like, she was like, and then she was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, honey. Let me put this back."
I got that, Daniel. The Tackleberry. I don't know if anybody else did.
No. And the final note I want to leave on, and I'm going to let everybody do an outro. It's getting late. I got to go to bed. I got to go to work tomorrow. is that for anybody that does not know what a Nazi is, because there's a lot of slinging around of what a Nazi is, and a Nazi is a left-wing liberal idealism. It is a ideal that the country will control everything. We will go into socialism. We will take care of everybody and be proud of our country. That's what a Nazi is. A Nazi is a liberal, left-wing idealism. So in case you didn't know that, look it up, do your research, dig into it. So when you hear any of these protesters or media or anybody else slinging the word Nazi out to Trump or any Trump supporters, you'll know that they're 180 degrees off base, that they are the actual Nazis, not us. I just want to leave it with that. And with that, I'm going to let everybody do an outro, and I'm going to start with Daniel. Go ahead, man.
All right. Just going to add one little paragraph onto what you said. Audiobook, Communist Manifesto. Listen to it, and then compare it to what is going on here today. All right. That's all I got to say about that. Thank you, TR, for having me on.
It's a pleasure to have you here, man. And yeah, we're on the same page. You know where I'm coming from.
Yep.
Rick, is your 6 covered? What do you got to say, you 40 Smith & Wesson lover, you bastard?
Get yourself a Dylan.
He has one.
There you go. No, appreciate it as always, and thank you guys out there in the external for supporting us, and obviously TR and his channel. But it's been fun, man. I didn't have much to say tonight. John, SoCal's got me on the wish list here, so got my Dylan book out, doing a little wishing right now.
Figure it out. I'm gonna order it up. You can pay me later.
I got it. That's it.
All right. What the fuck, SoCal? What you got, man?
What the fuck, exactly. All right, so while you were talking about the Nazis, I pulled up the Webster's Dictionary online since 1828. I didn't think they had the internet back then, but that's what it says on their website. The definition, there's several definitions of Nazi, but the first two are a member of a German fascist party controlling Germany from 1933 to 1945 under Adolf Hitler. Second one is not capitalized. That's what it says in like the italics. A, one who espouses the belief and policies of Nazi Germans, and then in small quotes it says fascists. And then below that, it says definition B, one who is likened to a German Nazi, a harshly domineering, dictatorial, or intolerant person. That sounds familiar. Maybe like Antifa? Isn't that something? Huh. Isn't that something? I don't really have anything else to say. I'm trying to put out videos. Everything I do is just fucked up and backwards. But thanks for having me on your chat. It's every single time. It's fun as hell. And thanks for putting up with me and my blather. And hope everybody in the side chat has a great evening. And all along with my brothers in the panel. And I'll say it for Scotsman. He disappeared. Wasn't he on here earlier? Go check out this crazy Scotsman. He's doing a thing for I just totally had a brain fart. C-Max. I was going to say CZ Max. Go check that out and have a great evening. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be waiting for the either Big Meat Sunday, What the Fuck SoCal channel, one of those I want to see your arm reaching over, turning the camera on, doing a video, and then your arm coming back and turning it off. That's what
that's a great challenge because that'll probably change my mindset.
It'll probably just drive you fucking crazy to do that.
It's a lot of pressure, man.
But I can't do it. I got to edit that out.
Fuck.
So, Kyle, I got a triple dog dare for you on that one. Wear wife beaters while you're doing that to show your nice hairy armpits.
Yeah, they're not that hairy, actually. You know, I never really bloomed. But I still have hair on my head.
With that, we're gonna let it go, and I'll just add to what SoCal was saying. I would say the Antifa, maybe I'd have to go back and do some research, but I would say the Antifa are probably like the brown shirts of Nazi Germany back in the 30s. But you may or may not can make the correlation, but well, that's kind of from my history, from what I understand, I would say that's who that is, because they're trying to enforce something that they want. So they kind of come off as the brown shirts, even though they don't even fucking realize it. They're too stupid to realize it, just too ignorant to realize it. That's who they are. So anyway, I just got to get the last word in there. Good night, everybody, and thanks for coming by, and we'll see you Sunday night. Peace.
Nope.
Resist.
Last word.
Resist.
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 Resist.